Welcome to my video on differentiation using the power rule explained. What I'll look at in this video is a very commonly used rule in calculus called the power rule for differentiation. And what that basically is, it's just going to be this rule right here. This is our theorem. So there's our power, a function to a power, which the power would be k is the coefficient. So the rule tells us that we bring this coefficient k down in front, bring it out in front of the power, and then we reduce the exponent by 1. So let's do some examples to kind of make that a little more clear. So let's take y is equal to x to the fourth. So we want to find the derivative of y with respect to x. So using our power rule, that tells us the derivative of x to the fourth dx. Now, in this case, k is equal to 4, so we bring that out front, and then we take x. Now we decrement the exponent on the power function by 1, so 4 minus 1 is equal to 3, so it's 4x cubed. So there's our answer. Next, let's do some more examples. Let's just take the derivative of the simple function x. So now x, that's just x to the 1 power, so our coefficient is 1. So we've got x to x, 1 minus x. That's going to be equal to 1 times x to the 0. Any function to the 0th power is just 1. So our answer now is just 1 for this one. Let's do another example. Let's take the derivative of x to the minus 3. Bringing the coefficient out front, that's minus 3 times x to the minus 3 minus 1. So that's minus 3 times x to the minus 4 power. Or we could rewrite that as minus 3 divided by x to the 4th power. So there's the answer for that differentiation of x to the minus 3. Now let's look at dx of, in this case we want to do the 5th root of x. Now from algebra we know that that's just dx, the derivative of the function x to the minus 5th, because that's what the 5th square root of x means. It's just x to the minus 5. So that's equal to bringing, in this case, that's our k, it's 1/5. Bring the k out front. Now we take 1/5 minus 1. In that case, that's going to be equal to 1/5 x, and 1/5 minus 1 is just minus 4/5, or 1 over 5 times 1 over x to the 4/5. We just flipped the power now, since it's minus, we put down the denominator, now it becomes 4/5. Or we could also write that as 1 over 5 times the square root, or the 5th root, of x to the 4th power. So any of those would be equivalent answers, just depending on how much algebra you wanted to do to change the form. Well, I hope you got something out of this video, learned a little bit about the power rule, and thank you for watching.